Thank you very much. The reason why we say Kenya has no shortage of leaders is because we have listened to people talking. We have listened to our political leaders talking. And we are talking about the opposition leaders. We have examples, Kalonzo Musyoka, we have Honorable Raila Odinga, and many others. And what they tell us is that we want to lead you in this and that. And when we look at it, their proposals are not appropriate. Secondly, we have had citizens asking, now if we remove these leaders, who is going to lead us? Now that is what we are saying, that Kenyans, we are many of us who can lead this country. Remember, that seat can only be held by one person at any one time. Therefore, those of us who are not in political leadership at the top, we have subordinated ourselves to the leaders who have been elected because they have been elected by the people. But if these leaders are not serving us properly, as is happening now, we are there to take up the positions and lead the country to prosperity, lead the country to where the people want to go, using the constitution, the law, and government policies. Thank you.
Let me also answer that. When we say that there is no scarcity of leaders, we have always been told that Kenya was ahead of Singapore at independence, South Korea, Japan, the Asian tigers. So what is it that made them be there, and what is it that made them remain here? The difference is the leaders. Who led Singapore to where they are? Who led Japan to where they are? And who led South Korea to where they are? And one thing which is very simple, I was listening to Lee Kuan Yew, and he said something which is remarkable. Kenya has got very good corporate leaders. Look at the banking sector. James Mwangi has taken Equity Bank from a building society to a bank that is recognized in the whole of the continent. Safaricom was built by Kenyans. So we have seen some great leaders who have done well in corporate sector, private sector, but they fear going into politics. So we are here as concerned citizens. And I want to tell Kenyans, the fact that you are not interested in politics doesn't mean politics will not be interested in you. Why you are having bad cost of living, why our young people have come to say they now enough is enough, it means that they have seen that the leaders there are not the right leaders. So that's one. Secondly, Lee Kuan Yew said that if good people don't join politics, bad people will join politics. So you young people listening to me, you corporate people, you professionals, who says that politics is dirty? Then dirty people join politics to play dirty politics, and then therefore our country and the economy will suffer. So we are also here to encourage everybody to join concerned citizens movement. We want those good leaders who are shying away from leadership to join us. Me and Joe, we are just here to provide leadership. We have not said we want to have what, we want to have that. We are just offering leadership. And we are not enough. We need more people to join us so that we can have good leadership going forward. Because the fact that you are still seeing some people in the screen, since I was born, the headline on newspapers has been a few people. The front page of any news headlines have been a few people. It doesn't mean that the people who don't make news are great. Can you imagine now Ruto Must Go is the front page since the last 2 months now. Ruto Must Go is the front page. Ruto is the front page every day. Is Ruto the best leader? Can he beat the guys who created the Equity Bank to become what it is? The people who have been able to revolutionize the corporate sector. So our encouragement is that the leaders are there. And I want to tell our young people, don't give up, because you are the leaders. Kenyans are over 53 million. I am sure that out of the 53 million, you'll get somebody better than Ruto, you'll get somebody better than Raila, you'll get somebody better than Martha Karawas and Kalonzos, you'll get somebody better than all those people who have stolen your money. And there are very many and well qualified. So we are asking people, why don't we have the right leaders leading the country? You cannot have your worst leading you to the best destination.
Okay, just to wrap up, I don't know who will answer this. Tomorrow we know very well that the GenZs are planning to have their peaceful demonstration at JKIA.
Yeah.
So what is your take? Okay, what is your expectation as a concerned citizens? What will happen tomorrow? Probably what Mr. Joe, what do you think will the GenZs will do tomorrow? Their next move?
Thank you very much. First of all, I don't talk for the GenZs because I'm not a Gen Z, but as a leader and as a citizen of this country, I observe and I listen to what they are saying. Now, tomorrow they have said they will occupy the JKIA and they will occupy Mombasa Road. Now, the president, on the other hand, has said he's going to crush them. My plea, or our plea as concerned citizens, first to the Gen Zs, please maintain your peaceful protest. Don your flags, take your handkerchiefs, take your phones, and open your hands and so you have nothing. Because peaceful protests are supposed to be peaceful. Now, on the side of the government, the statement by the president that he's going to crush the Gen Zs is very worrying. Very, very worrying. Because when the commander-in-chief says he's going to crush people, then it means he has given the authority to the security agents to use maximum force on the protesters. Our question and our concern, first of all, our question as concerned citizens is why the president is using such harsh language, and yet he's supposed to be the figure of peace, reconciliation, and guidance. It would have been good for him to use language that guides those young people. Secondly, our concern. When he made that statement, where does that leave the security agents? It leaves them with an order to use maximum force. We almost cry when we imagine what would happen if the threat to crush Gen Zs is actually carried out. We appeal to the security agents, we appeal to the president to reconsider that statement and tell the police to use only necessary force, and if the Gen Zs are peaceful, listen to them, Mr. President, and act on their demands. They are asking for good governance. They are asking for a nation that respects human rights. They are asking for a president who is ready to listen and put the country back on the track of good leadership and governance. We hope that tomorrow everybody will be restrained and the Gen Zs will be peaceful as they have been, and the police will restrain from using maximum force. We would like to also say one thing. We are also concerned. The president has kept saying there are peaceful protesters and then there are goons. Mr. President, by now, our security agents should have accosted the goons, arrested the goons, and left the protesters to do the peaceful protest. That is what we see as Kenyans. Because the president cannot report to us that there are goons and he has all the machineries of the state and we have given him the power to protect us. Please deal with the goons and leave the peaceful protesters to continue with the protest and listen to the protesters. Thank you.
Yeah, mine is so laughable by saying that, according to me, it's very clear. The Gen Zs are doing what is constitutional, what is right. They have no choice. They can only do that. The only people with the choice is the president, the government, whether they want to be unconstitutional and illegal. Because they are illegalizing a legal constitutional right. And it's unfortunate that the goons, like my colleague says, Joe says, the goons are not being arrested, are not being abducted. But the constitutionally allowed protesters are the ones being arrested, being abducted, and being killed. What a satire! What a sarcasm! What this is just actually laughable, because in other countries they arrest the goons, they'll abduct if they can be. Of course, no one should be abducted, but they should actually be arrested or even to be shot. But here you are shooting peaceful protesters, abducting peaceful protesters and citizens, and also shooting them. For me, the Gen Zs have no choice. They are doing what is right. The people with a choice to make tomorrow is the government, whether they want to do illegal things or they want to break the law, because the law is very clear who is right. And for us as concerned citizens, we are in the side of the law. Anybody who is in the side of the law, we are with them. We are in the side of constitutional of Kenya 2010. Anybody against is against us. Everybody for it is for us. Thank you.